Louisiana beer reviews. Clear Creek Ice. Ice beer. 6.2% alcohol. A product of the Minhas Brewing Company of Monroe, Wisconsin. It's union made. I would like to tell you more about this beer, but there's not much information. The Minhas Brewing Company website has been down for like 2 years. For 2 years I've been looking on the site. Our products. Check, click it, under construction, so I don't know what's going on over there. Minhas produces a lot of beers. They do contract brewing. For instance, they brew Dixie beer for Dixie Brewing Company, whose brewery was really messed up after Hurricane Katrina, and other companies. They also brew their own beers, all kind of beers. Cheap beers, malt liquors, high gravity malt liquors, craft beers, just all kind of stuff. But that's about all I can tell you. I know it's distributed regionally. There's nothing like this. No Minhas brand sold around here in Louisiana. Anyway, I bought a 4-pack of this in, I believe it was Lansing, Illinois, on one of the Chicago South Side suburbs. I think it was $2.99 for a 4-pack. Of 12-ounce cans. It gets a D+ on Beer Advocate, but only 19 reviews are there. It gets a 1 out of 100 on Rate Beer, but that's only 43 ratings. I drank two of the 4 beers on the trip, the road trip. And I thought it was pretty good. Anyway, I'm gonna try to keep an open mind, and I have 2 left, so let's try this one. Alright. Definitely that was going to overflow. You get a pretty thick white head and a clear golden appearance. Yep, golden. Really bright golden appearance with lots of bubbles streaming up there. You should be able to see those bubbles streaming up. Let's go with the smell test. Clean water. Maybe a slight beer smell, but this aroma is faint. Nothing off-putting about it. Most importantly, now we proceed to the taste test. Oh, you can pick up that alcohol with this, man. 6.2% is pretty high, and it's really pronounced. So this is an alcohol-forward taste. Oh yes. Wow. And you pick up grains, corn, barley, what is it? I don't know, it's just a grain flavor. Let's see about hop profile. Just a slight hop bitterness for balancing purposes, and I mean slight. I don't even know if it would be rated a 10 on the IBU scale. So this is very malty. This is a very malty beer, and it's a very alcoholic beer. Beer Advocate has it listed as a malt liquor. They here just say it's a beer, which I find is a little strange because supposedly it's a no-no in the United States to call anything above 5% alcohol a beer. And you're not going to see that with the 4 major brands. You know, when you see something from Budweiser, Coors, Miller, or Pabst. It's not going to say beer if it's above 5%. It'll say lager or ale. But I've noticed in the last month with these sort of under the radar companies, they're saying beer, and maybe they're just, I would say probably the reason for that is the enforcement is not there. The regulation is not there. The government is ignoring it, which they should ignore it because the rule is outlandish. It's an old leftover rule from the Prohibition days. When they ended Prohibition, they had to make a lot of compromises, you know, because they didn't want people drinking strong beer. So all the beer companies did was invent names to skirt the law, like, for instance, malt liquor. All malt liquor is a lager, a strong beer. In other countries, they just say beer, which is what it is. So anyway, I mean, I admire this because they're calling it what it is, beer, not malt liquor, which is a made-up name. All right, so back to the beer. You really pick up the alcohol. I mean, you really do, and it's sweet, sweet, sweet. But I gotta say, it is smooth, and the drinkability is high. I mean, it's a smooth beer. You can gulp it on down. The body is light to medium. The finish is crisp, you know, pretty crisp, but it's like semi-dry. It's not really dry. But if you drink a lot of these, you're going to be slurring your words because it's a relatively high alcohol beer. But it is tasty. I'm really enjoying this. They say what, C? Oh, D+, that's right. D+ on Beer Advocate. I don't get the D+ because in my view, A, somewhere in the A is excellent, B is good, C is fair, D is bad, and F is undrinkable. Fail, right? So I say F is a failure. You can't drink it. You got to pour it down the drain. I don't run into that too much. Is this just average? No, I don't think it's just average. It has a character of its own. You may not like it. I really do like it. I mean, it's got some wine aspects to it. It's got that alcohol taste. It's got sweetness. It has a lot of body. I mean, you can feel it. I mean, I can feel the warmth all here and here. So, I mean, it's really impressive, and to me, it's very good. I think it's a very good beer. If they had it around here, I'd buy it. I mean, I saw it on the shelf when I was in the Chicago area, and immediately I picked it up. I had to have this for my can collection. Plus, I wanted to try it. So, not a lot of lacing, as you can see. Hey, I think it's all right. In fact, I think it's better than all right. I think it is very good, and I'm enjoying it. So if you ever see it, and you probably won't ever see it because the production levels are very low with this, but if you do see it, with that light shining in, you can see the fine particulate matter. I noticed that with a lot of beers. You know, this is kind of hazy. It's not super filtered. I can see those particles. They're fine, but I can see them. Anyway, Laissez le bon temps rouler. This is a very good beer, and I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to New Orleans.